used to work at Area 51. Huh?
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4. Okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
What was it?
The alien craft.
What if one moment flipped everything you thought about aliens? On the Joe Rogan Experience, that's exactly what happens.
What they called ZR3. So it was a third planet in that star system. That's supposedly where the craft came from. Now, is that true?
Guests drop jaw-dropping stories and evidence that scream they're real. From secret tech to UFOs defying physics, JRE's got us hooked. Today, we're diving into the wildest alien proof Joe's unpacked with his guests. Stick around. Once you hear this, you might just say, I saw that and now I know aliens exist. So, where does this alien rabbit hole start? Let's rewind to a guy who claims he touched the impossible. Bob Lazar's story is unreal. Bob Lazar's Area 51 bombshell. Picture this. A physicist named Bob Lazar steps onto JRE episode number 1315, sitting across from Joe, and casually says he worked on alien tech near Area 51. Yeah, you heard that right. Lazar claims he got hired in the late 80s to reverse engineer extraterrestrial crafts at a secret site called S4. He says he saw 9 flying discs, saucer-shaped, sleek, and definitely not human-made. One even had an anti-gravity reactor powered by something called element 115, which wasn't even on our periodic table back then. Joe's eyes light up as Lazar describes peeking inside one, spotting a small figure with long arms, though he later shrugs, might have been a doll, who knows? Now this isn't just bar talk nonsense. Lazar's story got a whole Netflix documentary, Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, directed by Jeremy Corbell, who's also on the episode. It's gritty, detailed, and sticks with you. He says he handled this tech hands-on, feeling the hum of something beyond our science. Element 115, by the way, got synthesized years later in 2003, which makes you wonder, did he know something we didn't? But here's the kicker, not everyone's buying it. Skeptics like Stanton Friedman, a big name in UFO circles, call Lazar out. His education? Supposedly MIT and Caltech, but there's no record. His job at Los Alamos National Lab? Confirmed, but the Area 51 gig? Zero paper trail. Critics say he's a con artist spinning a wild tale. Yet, believers argue his stories stayed rock solid for decades. Same details, no flip-flops. Joe leans in, asking, how do you fake that consistency? Good question, right? Lazar's episode sets the tone for JRE's alien obsession. It's raw, personal, and makes you feel like you're one step from the truth. Whether he's legit or not, the idea of those discs sitting in a hangar, it's the kind of once I saw that moment that sticks in your brain. Lazar's tale is wild, but what if the government's hiding more? David Grush's revelations take this to a whole new level. David Grush's Government Secrets. Fast forward to episode number 2065, and Joe's got David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer, spilling secrets that sound straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster. Grush isn't some random dude. He worked on the government's UAP task force, digging into unexplained aerial phenomena. He drops a bomb. The U.S. has been running a secret program for decades, recovering crashed UFOs and even non-human biologics. Yup, he's talking alien bodies, or at least something not from Earth. Grush paints a picture. Massive crafts, some football field-sized, stashed away in hidden facilities. He claims insiders got hurt trying to crack their tech. Like, imagine reverse engineering a spaceship and it zaps you. He's not guessing here. He testified under oath to Congress in 2023, risking perjury if he's lying. Joe's practically leaning over the table asking, so you're saying they've got proof? Grush nods, calm, collected, like he's just stating facts. The evidence? His testimony's the meat of it, backed by his credentials and those hearings you can read about in Newsweek. He says he's seen classified documents and heard from first-hand witnesses, but the Pentagon fires back, no evidence of aliens here. General Mark Milley's on record dismissing it too. So who's right? Grush's calm certainty makes you pause. Why risk your rep unless you've got something solid? This isn't just campfire chatter. It's a guy with clearance painting a conspiracy that's too big to ignore. Joe keeps pushing. If this is real, why hide it? Grush hints at control, panic prevention, maybe even tech monopolies. It's chilling to think those once I saw that moments might be locked in some government vault, right? Grush talks secrets, but what about proof we can see? Jeremy Corbell's got footage that'll make your jaw drop. Jeremy Corbell's mind-blowing videos. Episode number 2028 brings Jeremy Corbell back, this time with George Knapp, and they've got visuals that hit different. Corbell's an investigative filmmaker who digs up UFO gold, and he's showing Joe clips that scream alien. One's the jellyfish UAP. Picture a weird translucent blob floating over a military base in Iraq, 2018. It's not a drone or a plane. It moves like nothing we've got, shifting shape mid-air. Then there's Navy footage from 2019 off California. A UFO zips over the ocean, then dives underwater, gone in a blink. Joe's geeking out, and you can't blame him. The Pentagon's confirmed these videos are real, part of their UAP investigations. News Nation ran stories on the jellyfish clip, calling it a transparency push. These aren't blurry Bigfoot shots. They're crisp, tracked by military gear, showing maneuvers that break physics. No wings, no jets, just impossible speed and turns. Ever wonder what tech does that? Corbell's got a knack for storytelling too. He describes the military guys watching this stuff live, jaws on the floor, radioing. What the hell is that? It's not just cool. It's evidence you can rewind and watch again. Skeptics say, maybe it's secret US tech? Fair point, but Corbell counters. No nations showing off crafts like these in public. Plus, the Pentagon stumped. Officially. This is peak. Once I saw that territory. You're staring at something real, unexplained, and it's not some grainy VHS tape. It's modern military-grade footage. Joe asks, how do we not talk about this more? Right? It's like the universe handed us a teaser trailer for First Contact. Videos are one thing, but what about the pilots who've seen this up close? Ryan Graves has stories to tell. Ryan Graves and Military Encounters. Episode number 1, 1883 introduces Ryan Graves, a former Navy pilot who flew FA-18s, and he's not here to mess around. He tells Joe about UAPs he and his squad spotted off the U.S. coast, objects zipping at insane speeds, pulling turns no human craft could survive. Think Mach 5 with 0 wings or exhaust, hovering for hours when our best jets burn out in minutes. Graves says they saw this stuff daily, tracked it on radar, and it wasn't classified tech, ours or anyone else's. He's got that calm pilot vibe, describing cube-shaped objects inside transparent spheres, just chilling in restricted airspace. Joe's like, wait, daily? And nobody's freaking out. Graves nods. Military reports back him up. Even other pilots chiming in. It's not some lone flyboy tale. It's a pattern, logged and official. Castle.ai lists this as one of JRE's top alien moments for a reason. It's credible, grounded, and wild. What hits hard is the detail. These things defied aerodynamics. No heat signatures, no nothing. Graves wonders aloud, what's flying that? It's not a stretch to think alien when your F-18 sensors are pinging something unearthly. Skeptics ask for wreckage, but Graves' eyewitness clout, plus those military logs, makes this tough to dismiss. Ever flown a jet and seen something outrun you like that? Didn't think so. Military sightings are intense, but what about a regular guy's close encounter? Travis Walton's story takes us somewhere even wilder. Travis Walton's alien abduction tale. Episode number 1597 brings Travis Walton, a logger turned alien abductee, and his tale's straight out of a movie. Literally, it inspired Fire in the Sky. He tells Joe about November 5th, 1975, working in Arizona, when a glowing UFO hovers over his crew. He gets too close, bam, knocked out by a beam. Wakes up on a table, gray-skinned beings with big eyes poking at him. He's held for days, then dumped back on Earth, freaked out but alive. Joe's hooked, asking, what did they look like? Walton's calm but vivid, small, hairless, those classic alien vibes. He's stuck to this story for decades, passing polygraphs with his crew who saw the craft too. It's personal, raw, and messy, not some polished conspiracy. You can feel the goosebumps when he describes fighting to escape, surrounded by tech he couldn't grasp. Skeptics say it's trauma or a hoax, maybe a bad trip in the woods, but Walton's consistency and those lie detector results give it weight. Joe muses, could you fake that fear? It's a once I saw that moment that's less about proof and more about feeling it in your gut. Ever had a nightmare that real? Walton lived it. Abductions are personal, but what about science backing this up? Avi Loeb's got a theory that'll twist your brain. Avi Loeb's Cosmic Theory. Episode number 1596 features Avi Loeb, an astrophysicist from Harvard, and he's not your typical UFO nut. He's talking Oumuamua, a weird object that zipped through our solar system in 2017. It's long, flat, no tail like a comet, and speeds up without explanation. Loeb tells Joe it might be an alien light sail. Think a giant thin sheet catching starlight to cruise the cosmos. He's got data. Oumuamua's shape and acceleration don't match natural rocks. Joe's like, so you're saying aliens built it? Loeb shrugs. Maybe. It's not wild guessing. It's math and physics suggesting artificial origins. Castle.ai calls this a standout JRE moment because it's brainy but bold. Mainstream science says it's just a funky asteroid, but Loeb's like, why rule out the cool option? This isn't lights in the sky stuff, it's a cosmic once I saw that clue. Loeb's chill, asking, what if we're not alone? It's less about proof and more about possibilities, making you stare at the stars a little longer. Ever think something's watching us from out there? Science is one angle, but here's a curveball you didn't see coming. Could aliens be mushrooms? Paul Stamets thinks so. Unexpected twist, alien fungi. Episode number 1285 has Paul Stamets, a fungi expert, and he flips the script. He's not chasing UFOs, he's wondering if extraterrestrial life's already here, just microscopic. He tells Joe fungi are tough enough to survive space, maybe even seeding Earth long ago. Picture spores hitching rides on comets, crash landing, and boom, life starts. Stamets gets nerdy. Fungi heal, connect ecosystems, even glow sometimes. He half jokes, maybe aliens aren't little green men, they're mushrooms. Joe laughs, but it's not crazy. Scientists study panspermia, life spreading via space dust. No hard proof ties fungi to ETs, but it's a once I saw that twist that makes you rethink everything. Ever stepped on a mushroom and wondered if it's cosmic? It's a quirky detour from JRE's usual alien fare, blending biology with the unknown. Stamets isn't claiming he's seen ET, just tossing out a wild, real idea. Fungi's a fun thought, but not everyone's sold on this alien hype. Let's unpack the pushback shaking up these stories. The controversy and skeptics. All this sounds epic, but hold up. Skeptics aren't biting. Take Lazar, no diplomas, no S4 proof. Friedman calls him a fraud, others say he's a dreamer, with a good yarn. Grush, Pentagon says zip, nada, no crashed saucers or alien guts. Corbell's videos, cool, but maybe secret drones, not ET. Graves and Walton get shrugs too, sightings without wreckage, abductions without photos. Joe tackles this head-on, asking guests, where's the smoking gun? They point to government cover-ups, but skeptics scoff, show us the goods. Even Loeb's Oumuamua theory gets eye rolls from astronomers who say it's just a rock. Controversy's the spice here. Believers see a once I saw that breakthrough. Doubters see smoke and mirrors. Yet the Pentagon's UAP studies, real documented, keep it messy. Why investigate if it's all bunk? That tension's what keeps us watching. You decide, truth or tall tales. Skeptics aside, why's JRE the alien hotspot? It's more than evidence, it's how Joe pulls us into the mystery. Why JRE hooks us on aliens. Joe Rogan's podcast isn't just facts, it's a vibe. He's got physicists, pilots, weirdos all spilling alien tea, and he's your curious buddy asking what you'd ask. Episode after episode, Yog 1315, Yog 2065, Yog 2028. He digs deeper, mixing hard evidence with what-if vibes. Watch Mojo ranks his alien chats top tier because they're raw, unfiltered, and hit that once I saw that sweet spot. It's the range too. Lazar's tech, Grush's secrets, Corbell's visuals, Walton's terror, Loeb's science, even Stamets' fungi twist. Joe's not preaching, he's exploring, letting you ride shotgun. Ever feel like you're peeling back the universe with him? That's the hook. Plus the guests, credible or not, bring stakes. Military brass, whistleblowers, brainiacs. It's not just barstool rants. JRE's Alien Saga keeps us because it's messy, real, and leaves you wondering. Joe's voice, that holy crap energy, makes every revelation stick. It's why we're here, right? So, aliens, real or not? JRE's got videos, testimonies, theories that scream maybe, from Lazar's discs to Corbell's jellyfish. Joe's guests make you feel it. Once I saw that, I knew. Skeptics poke holes, but the mystery's alive, buzzing. Dig into these episodes yourself. What's your aha moment? The truth's out there, and JRE's just the start. Keep watching, keep questioning. Space might have more secrets than we can handle.